Hello, Windy Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy I, Dawn of Souls, Solo White Mage or Wizard, Challenge, doing the Challenge Dungeons. We're on to the final dungeon today, conveniently called Whisperwind Grotto, or Whisperwind Cove. Cove, that's the one. It's a cove. We're gonna start that, and just as a note on the theme of wind for today, we're still in the middle of a heat wave in my area of the world, and therefore there are a few fans on in my area, and if you do hear a couple rustling sounds in the audio, that's all it is. I apologize. I've tried to set the room up so the fans don't blow on the mic, but if I didn't have a couple fans on, I'd probably die of heat stroke and we would not have very many Let's Plays at that point. So anyway, let's continue our adventure. So somewhere down here, not even very far away, is a handy-dandy secret bonus dungeon. The last one. You'll have to defeat the Fiend of Wind, Tiamat, to unlock this dungeon. And it's kind of a combination of all the other areas, to be fair. It's not like just water or just wind or anything. So there you go. The final challenge dungeon. Oh good, we start again right with the world map one, just like the first time in the Lifespring Grotto, my favorite. The good news is I find this map less annoying because there's no water, you're in a floating island, so you don't need to do the ship step of getting out of here, but it's very similar to the one in the water dungeon, the water bonus dungeon. Now, just like the other dungeons, I will be letting you know about the treasures as we go, because I kind of find it interesting to see what we could have gotten if you had lucky. So, just to get a quick recap, in case you're totally unfamiliar, the Whisperwind Cove is 40 floors. 40. I think every 10th floor is a boss, so maybe 37 total random floors. And just like before, in case you missed the videos, each floor number has a set of chests, but the maps for each floor are shuffled, so you don't always get this map on floor number 1. So you don't actually have access to all the treasures that floor 1 could have, because you might not have the map that has the right number of chests to get the items that floor 1 could have, essentially. So the way it works for this dungeon is each floor, each number of floor, has 10 total items, same as the last dungeon, but 6 are normal and available depending on the floor you're on in normal chests. And then there are 4 special, only on one map chests. So there's an undead castle, kind of like the floating castle we dealt with in the last bonus dungeon. And that one should have all 10 treasure chests, in which case you'll get the special items for that floor. Now, as you could guess, that's 1 floor out of 37. What if all the good stuff is in those bonus chests? And yes, it usually is. So you might have to do this dungeon dozens of times to get all the stuff you want. And again, I highly recommend following a guide if you specifically want... Oh, let me just have a quick look. On this floor, you can technically find the Genji Helm. So this is an easy one to grind for, because you could just keep resetting and entering the dungeon until you started on the on the undead castle, and then you get the Genji Helm for sure. But the ones that are down on floor 32, you'd have to do the dungeon many, many times until you got lucky enough. There are some ways of manipulating it, and I wish you luck if you decide that's what you want to do. So anyway, that's enough explanation. On floor 1, you can get a blue fang, some money, a tiger's mask, a spider silk, a golden apple, and a stamina plus. Not much that we really care about. But yes, if you had the special floor, you could have gotten a turbo ether, Hermes shoes, protect drink, or more importantly, the Genji Helm, which is the best armor in the game for your ninja. And possibly the only way to get it. I don't know for sure if there's any enemy that drops that, but unfortunately... Oh hey, that's the one thing we could technically use. Assuming it does something. I'm not even 100% sure if the stamina plus actually affects the White Wizard at all. Once you're level 99, like, I assume it must do something. So, how you guys doing? Been enjoying the series? Just sort of talking while we explore this area. The good news is it shouldn't be as mazy as the other world map floor. I find this one to be a little bit easier to get your way. Like, it's a little bit more linear to work your way through it. Obviously, there's still some splits, and I think it's still randomly generated. There are still a few different world maps that you could find, which is always fun. But yeah, no boat, no ship this time. So all you gotta do is find the airship if you need it, and then you can get out. I don't think there's any pirates to talk to either this time. Maybe there's not even an airship. I'm pretty sure there is, though. I guess we'll see. Hey, some money. It's very important to pick up all the money when you're at only 770,000 gil. Anyway, there's the exit. Good enough. Floor 2. So normally you could get the Cockatrice Claw, the Hermes Shoes, the Protect Drink, Spider Silk, Light Curtain, Silver Apple. Just a bunch of garbage. If you have the special floor, you could get Mind Plus, Giant's Tonic, Strength Tonic, or Elixir. Basically garbage. So this floor number 2, not very important. No one cares about floor number 2. I'll still pick up some of the treasure, just, you know, because why not? But honestly, we should try to just rush to the exit if you remember where it is. Oh yeah, and we do have access to the Judgment Staff, or a couple now, so you can just auto-nuke everything to win back, basically. That speeds up these dungeons a lot once you've got the access to Flare for free. Kind of makes the Red Wizard kind of obsolete, you think. Anybody can cast Flare now. It's really good for the Red Wizard, honestly, and the White Wizard, of course. Because they tend to have pretty good intellect, so it does a good amount of damage. The Black Belt could use it, but it probably wouldn't actually dish out the same kind of damage. Sorry, I forget the way to get through this floor quickly. I guess I'm taking all the side turns. Was it? It must have been left of where we started, and I just didn't notice it. Oh, sometimes they kind of have flashing, glowing tiles for teleporters, and sometimes I don't see them. Probably because, you know, I'm frame skipping so much. Maybe it's left of here? I don't know. Let's do some shopping while we wait. No, where the heck is it? Oh. I'm so smart, guys. Okay, floor 3. So, normal treasure, Soma Drop, Turbo Ether, Luck Plus, Speed Drink, Potion, Phoenix Down. Nothing terribly important. On the Undead Castle, you could get a White Fang, Speed Plus, Remedy, or the Crystal Mail, which is the best armor for a knight. So again, if you really want the best of the best, you're gonna have to do these dungeons a few times until you get lucky. Like, we have 0 chance of getting the Crystal Mail. It's impossible to get that in this, on this map. We could get any of the first 6 treasures, but we will never get any of the last 4. So, unfortunately, we're not going to see some... I've never gotten all the Genji and Crystal Armor in this game. It's just too random. It takes a lot of work to get it all. It's really hard. Floor 4, normal treasure, Ether, Fairy Tonic, X Potion, Vampire Fang, 600 Gil, White Curtain, all trash. Bonus treasure, Spider Silk, Dry Ether, Emergency Exit, Ogre Killer. Ogre Killer is a relatively strong axe, but at this point in the game, it's probably pretty much trash. It does extra damage to ogres and giants, I think. But those guys are pretty weak, so if you're not one-shotting them yet, what are you doing with your life? And otherwise, the stats on the Ogre Killer are not as good as like an Excalibur. Like, if you've just to get into this dungeon, you have to kill Tiamat. So I'm going to assume you picked up the Adamant and got the Excalibur. You probably finished the previous bonus dungeon, so you killed, well, at least Rubicant. I mean, I'll admit that Omega and Shinru are pretty tough, but you should have killed the other guys, right? Here's our stairs. Floor 5. Regular items. Phoenix Down, Remedy, High Potion, Stamina Plus, Blue Curtain, Golden Apple. Nothing. Bonus items. Giant's Tonic, Speed Drink, Soma Drop, Dark Claymore. Let me have a quick look at the Dark Claymore while we're zipping through here. It is Knight only, about as strong as the Defense Sword. Or between Defense and Excalibur. If you have the Excalibur, it's better. If you've got access to Ragnarok, which you should if you finish the last bonus dungeon, that's way better. But yeah, Dark Claymore, it's okay, but like, you'd only use it if you had maybe 2 knights and one had the Excalibur and you hadn't killed Shinru yet, I guess, basically. That's all of them, right? I didn't miss anything. Yeah, Dark Claymore is the Undead Castle final chest, so, you know. Kind of neat. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see it. The good news is we only have to do this dungeon once. There's no, like, boss splits where you can only fight one boss and then you have to come back and do the other boss, so... I also probably know this dungeon the least because it's the largest and I only have to clear it once per run, unless I want extra stuff. So I haven't actually seen the floors as often as the other dungeons. So if I get a little bit lost on my way through, that's my excuse. Alright, floor 6. Oh, we got the inn already. Okay, this is nicer when you get this floor at the very end of the Whisperwind Cave. Like, if you're going through a gruelingly long dungeon, you want to find this one near the end because you get an inn and you can basically recover all your HP NP here. And you also have a secret weapon shop. So, some of these things are rare item drops. The Bard's Tunic was one of the rare treasure chest items. The Gladius was one of the rare treasure items, so you can see the stats for it. I think it's Thief only. And those stats aren't good enough. Like, that's not great. If you can kill whoever dropped the Kotetsu or the Ikichi Ichimonji, you know what I'm talking about. Those things are better than this guy. And the Dual Rapier, I believe, is for Red Wizards, I think? And again, it's not as good as the Sun Sword, which you should have by now. So unless you have a lot of Red Wizards, like a 4 Red Wizard party, and you only have 1 Sun Sword, I don't know why you'd really care much, but... Oops, I bought it. Whatever. I think that's just all they ever sell here. Yeah, I don't think there's any there's no randomnicity here. Just a few items that you can pick up if you want. It's just a nice, easy floor. You can use the inn for, you know, not a lot of money really. Heal everybody up. And then when you're tired of this town, just head on out. Oh, did I say what was in the town normally? What floor was that? Oops. So floor 6, if it was a normal floor with treasures, could have had some money, some eye drops, some money, a Phoenix Down, an Echo Grass, or a Power Plus. Aw, dang. No Power Plus for us. And if it's the Undead Castle, it could have also had the Turbo Ether, Mind Plus, Mega Elixir, or Bard's Tunic. Nothing in there. I mean, the Mega Elixir is nice. Mind Plus is nice, but none of that is, like, super rare. So now we're on floor 7, one of the Earth Cave floors. And we could get a Soma Drop, Red Curtain, High Potion, Protect Drink, Red Fang, or a Wizard's Hat. And I would like to see a Wizard's Hat. Not that I would probably equip it, just for the same reason that I wouldn't equip the Sage's Mitre probably ever. But I believe it increases your intellect, although it might only be equipable by Black Wizards, but we'll see if we get one. And finally, for the floor 7, if you have the Special Castle, you can get Silver Apple, Hermes Shoes, Elixir, or Speed Plus. So all we're looking for is the Wizard Hat if we get a chance, basically. So I should full clear this floor at the very least, just for a chance at one of the new items. Again, I don't really know what maps can have 6 treasure chests on them. Certainly not all of them, but probably a fair number. I just know that there's only one that has 10, and you'll only get one of those per run through the Whisperwind, which is a shame. I wish, like, I don't dislike the randomnimity, like the way these bonus dungeons were designed, but I kind of do dislike the fact that some of the final sets of armor and weapons are basically blocked behind really low odds of ever having a chance of seeing it. So no more treasures on this floor. We got kind of boned. But yeah, like the fact that like the only way you could get the full set of crystal armor or Genji armor is to do these dungeons. I mean, honestly, probably dozens of times, unless you have a way of manipulating the floor layout. Anyway, floor 8. Phoenix Down, Spider Silk, Fairy, Tonic, Ether, Emergency Exit, Money, lame. Bonus dungeon could have X Potion, Silver Apple, Power Plus, Black Cowl. Pretty sure we saw the Black Cowl in the first bonus dungeon, so none of that really matters. In fact, nothing on that list makes any difference at all, so let's just get out of here. We got ourselves one of those marsh cave floors. Also, you know, the enemies are very weak right now. One of the interesting things about the Whisperwind Cove is as you get to floors 20 and 30, you actually do unlock a lot of more dangerous enemies, and some of them do have actually interesting drops. And I'll talk about that a little bit later, because if you remember back before we fought Chaos with the White Wizard, I was talking about trying to find a strategy to kill him that didn't rely on the Masamune and just buffing with the Giant's Gloves. And if I can get the rare drop, I will be able to show you what my other plan was for fighting Chaos. Obviously, the Giant's Glove worked just fine, but there was an alternate strategy that may have worked that uses magic. But it requires at least one very specific item. And probably 2 more than what I have right now, basically. Alright, well, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any items on this floor. Floor 9, last one before a boss, potentially. So, we can get, on the normal loot, Stamina Plus, Eye Drop, Turbo Ether, Lots of Money, White Fang, Hermes Shoes. And if you get this on the Undead Castle, Mind Plus, Soma Drop, Lunar Curtain, or the Enhancer. So we've got a new weapon. The Enhancer is something from Final Fantasy VI, which is it's coincidental that it's in the Whisperwind Cove. The Enhancer in this game does give 7 intelligence to knights or red wizards or ninjas, so that's cool. The stats are pretty bad damage-wise. It's about worse than a defense or Sunblade by a bit. But it's probably the biggest intelligence boost. Oh, also the dual rapier that we bought accidentally, red wizards, ninjas, and knights, it actually has a hidden plus 80 evasion that it gives them. So it's really what it's meant for, I guess. I didn't really realize that. That's meant for a defense character. It's meant to get your evasion closer to the max. It's like a free blink every battle, basically. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's not terrible if you're not really attacking physically. That's a nice buff. Anyway, floor 9, I said everything right? Yeah, the Enhancer. Alright, Enhancer is, I said, there's no spells or anything, does it? No spells, just intelligence. And you can get these to drop from dual knights, which we'll probably see later on. We just haven't run into those kind of enemies yet, so. Anyway, we probably won't ever see it, but I will kill the dual knights if I find them once we get low enough in the dungeons to fight them. Oh, also, I don't know if I mentioned it. The Ragnarok, that weapon, also, well, I should use it in battle to show you a new trick. In case you were wondering. Not only can you equip it to your knight for their basically strongest weapon in the game, it also has a spell. It has nuke. Just in case you didn't have enough nukes or flares in the game, you know, you gotta have another free nuke. I forgot to show that off. There's nothing else on this floor. Alright, floor 10. Alright, we got ourselves an actual boss fight coming up. Let's make sure I put a save in. This one should be okay. It's the floor 30 or floor 40 boss that I'm worried about. Essentially the one that I'm not sure a solo white wizard is going to have a great chance on. Alright, make me walk all the way around here. Jeebiz. So, we've been following the trend of Final Fantasies from other Final Fantasy bosses sneaking into Final Fantasy 1. Funga! It's time for Typhon. He's going to sneeze us away. I don't really remember him being particularly dangerous. Kind of like fighting Atmos in the other dungeon. Maybe if you've got a full party, his snort would work on a couple of them. So you'd be stuck fighting a solo versus Typhon anyway. Joke's on him though, we're already solo, and that's what that's the way we roll. I have a feeling though, as much as snort worked in Final Fantasy VI to, there was no real status protection from it. It just removed 1 or 2 characters from the fight. I think there's a maximum of how many it could remove, I think. In this game, I'm pretty sure it's just like death status. And as long as you've got a ribbon or a protect ring, maybe, you probably can't be affected by it. Probably. And instead of removing from party, I think it just kills you. I could be wrong, though. Feels like we're not doing very much damage. He's pretty... I think he's got a pretty high evasion stat. We can check that in a minute. I don't think I showed you the stats for Omega and Shinru last episode. I meant to, but I forgot. So we can take a second to look at his stats. Yeah, this guy, we're not actually hitting him as hard. Now, I could use a Hermes shoes. I'd be doing double damage, but I want to save those for the really difficult bosses. Yeah, easy. Typhon's not that bad. See you later, Typhon. So we get the Genji helm out of him. I guess that's one more piece of Genji gear you don't have to worry about random drops for. Knights or ninja, although I believe the crystal gear is technically better for knights. So that's not bad. That gives us Genji gloves and Genji helmet. There's a shield and armor, but I have a feeling they're only from chests that you have to get to show up from specific floors. So if we have a quick look at where is this bad boy? Typhon. So yeah, Genji helm is like a guaranteed drop. He's actually weak to ice, so whoop-de-woo. 10,000 HP. Stats are... Actually, he has 0 evasion. Well, that'll teach me. I thought I was missing him or something, but no. He's actually not very strong. Atmos, we fought him the other day, a couple days ago. You can get infinite judgment staffs, which is kind of overpowered. 4 black mages with 4 judgment staffs would be kind of funny. There's your Shinru, the strongest, or possibly, arguably strongest super boss, depending on how you look at it. There's your Ragnarok. So unlike the Excalibur or Mazmune where you only get 1, if you have 4 knights, you could get 4 Ragnaraks. There's nothing stopping you, other than having to beat Shinru 4 times. But yeah, he's got pretty crazy stats. The reason we don't use magic on him is his magic defense is so high. Luckily, his evasion is not so high, so that's actually not so bad. It's more his nuke spell, or flare spell, that really kills you. And then Omega, he has the defense going for him, 190 physical defense. That's why it was so hard to break that damage. A knight with a stronger weapon would have done better at piercing that. But the white wizard with low strength takes a while to break it, basically. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of neat, right? Gilgamesh, we fought him. Lots of magic defense, but not much else. And, yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, just figured I'd show that off. So that's one more boss done. Teleporter to get out, or stairs to go down. Floor 11. Alright, let's keep this ball rolling. We got a long way to go. 22 minutes in, we're a quarter through. Alright, we might have to split this dungeon in half. We'll probably get halfway and then split it. Floor 11 has Ether, High Potion, Echo Grass, Protect Drink, Luck Plus, and Hermes Shoes. Or, if you're lucky, on the Undead Castle, Light Curtain, Strength Tonics, Spider Silk, or Orichalcum. The knife that doesn't really matter. I'll check his stats just for fun. Because I know we've seen it on a different floor as a potential drop. Orichalcum counts as... somewhere down here? I don't know where it is on my list, oddly enough. Oh, there it is. So, Thief, Knight, Ninja, Red Wizard, even the Black Wizard can equip it. And apparently, it drains HP when you attack with it. I don't think I've ever gotten it. You can only get it on this floor, I think, actually, as it turns out. The Orichalcum. Drains HP on hit. That's neat. I've just never seen it. Maybe it was like the Gladius or something that was on a different floor. Huh. There's an Assassin's Dagger that's pretty good if we manage to find that as well. Yeah, there's a few daggers that your Black Wizards can equip for more of a melee-focused build. Although, usually I prefer to just give them intelligence-boosting staves, or staves. But, yeah, anyway, interestingly, Floor 11, if you want to see that, try to get the castle to show up on this floor, and you will have it. Good luck! Echo Grass. At least you don't get into random encounters when you're on the fire tiles. You just burn to death slowly, that's all. There's nothing else we need here, let's just go. Okay, we found our first, well, no, we've had a non-combat floor, but this is kind of a puzzle floor. So we're on floor 12. Now, we're not going to get any treasure, but if you were on a normal level, you could get eye drops, mega elixir from a normal chest. That's sweet. Floor 12 is a good level, actually, for chests. High potion, spider silk, or a power plus. That's all pretty good stuff. If you're on the Undead Castle, you could also get the Remedy, White Fang, Golden Apple, and Soma Drop. Not great for the castle, but good for power pluses and mega elixirs. They're always nice, right? Okay, so anyway, this floor. Dwarf has a set of problems. You basically get a trading minigame, kind of like the old crystal for the herb, for the key fetch quest, basically. So this guy, he likes Narek, the guy that built the canal. He wants to build a canal too. How about you get him some tools? So he wants some tools. Okay, remember that. Tools, top left. He lost his key. So tools, top left. Keys, bottom left. Oh, there is chests on this one. I did get a Mega Elixir. Well, that'll teach me. Not bad. This guy, he doesn't want to talk to us because he doesn't think we're cool. So we need to convince him that we're a cool dude or dudette. Tools. Oh man, I'm already forgetting. Tools, key, and something cool. Instruments. He wants an instrument. All right. Tools. So starting from the top, instruments, tools, friendship, and keys in the left side. We'll start from the top here as well. What do you want? He's hungry, so some food. We can craft just to boot anything. He wants some tools. Parts and tools are different. He's sick. Maybe some medicine. He wants an autograph. Oh boy. And is there anybody down here? One last dwarf. Bonnie Tasty. Alright, he gives us the Karobo. So he gave us some food. That's actually quite nice. So now we can start turning in these quests. And I do remember that it was this guy that was hungry. Yeah. Give it over, the Karobo. And he gives you an Ocarina. So then we trade that in for the guy that wants the instrument, which is not that guy, but the guy outside, right? I just had them mixed up. Nope. It's not this guy down here. He wants parts. Who wanted the instrument? Was it the guy up here? It might have been the guy up top, yeah. Yeah, there we go. We got an instrument. Alright. Next up, the cogwheel. Okay, yeah, the guy that likes the canal wants the cogwheel, right? Nope. He wants tools. I forget now. I've lost it. Cannot craft a thing. I've totally forgotten who wants the cogwheel now. Autograph. This is the guy that gave me my food. Must be on the left, on the lower side somewhere. He wants that key. Is there nobody else down here? Shoot. Shy. Was it this guy up here? No, we already gave him his Karobo. He wants tools, medicine. Alright, this guy wanted the cogwheel. We just had to talk to everybody 5 times. Okay, what's next? Parts. Oh, he got a pickaxe. Okay, he was talking about airship parts, so I think... No, the pickaxe is for the canal guy. This is the guy... Yeah. Alright, give me the autograph. The guy that wanted the autograph was... I think I'm blocked. No, yeah, it's in that room over there. Get out of the way, dwarf. This is the guy that wants the autograph. Alright, good. Done. He got some medicine. Some witch's brew, which was this guy. Alright. Some medicine gets us some tools, which was the guy up here, I think. Nope, already Karobo'd. Ah, this guy, right here. Alright. I found this earlier. Here's your key. The key was for the guy that lost the key for his house. Alright. We're just fixing the stuff for all the dwarves. A token of friendship is a cat's whisker. Between rat's tails and cat's whiskers, this is a strange world. Anyway, this guy's shy, so we show him the whisker, and yeah, here's a ruby. Also, I just think he likes whiskers. He probably collects them. Alright, and with the ruby, we can finally get out of here. Alright, there you go. Eat your ruby. Let me go. Alright, one of the slower levels completed. Level 13 could have Strength Tonic, Giant Tonic, X Potion, Stamina Plus, Money, or Ether. And if you're really lucky, which we're not, sadly, I was hoping for this one, if you're on the the castle level, you can get dry ether, elixir, the light robe, which might be something I wanted, and the mage masher. Now, the light robe, which I'm not sure we're going to be able to get, is... Let me just see what the stats of it are, just for interest's sake, just for science. Come on, where are you? Light robe, 35 defense, same as the Gaia gear, 5 intelligence, and it's pretty good. Sage's surplus only had 25 defense and 5 intelligence, so it's a straight upgrade over the Sage's surplus if that's what you're going with. Same intelligence, but 10 more defense. I think it'll have less... Actually, no, it's 1 more defense than the diamond armlet, the opal ring. And the Gaia gear, which was the one for the black wizard, same thing. It had 35 defense instead of 34. So if you're going with the diamond armlet, the Gaia gear and the white robe are actually technically upgrades. But, you know, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. If you can only get it on this floor... I didn't check if there was any other drops for it, actually. Hold on. Sorry. Is there anywhere else that you can get it? You can find it in the Whisperwind Cove on this floor. Isn't that just the best? Alright, so no light robe. What else could we get? A mage masher. That's the one that does extra damage against mages. It's kind of like the rune blade, except for the black wizard and stuff. And it also gives you a little bit of intelligence, and it casts silence. That's kind of neat. It's not that amazing. I don't think it does as much damage as the cat claw. Not that we ever really use weapons like that. Alright, unfortunately, no treasure for 13. Instead, we get a bunch of stupid fairies. And some of the fairies give you MP or HP. Some of them take away. It's basically just a crapshoot. Like, some of them will restore everybody. Some of them will heal everybody. Some of them will poison everybody. I don't know. They're jerks. I don't like talking to the fairies. I guess there are a couple chests here, technically. But I just avoid them all nowadays and go straight to this one. Hey, listen! Yeah. Please get out of the way. Alright, floor 14. Progress. So, normally, Red Fang, Turbo Ether, Emergency Exit, Speed Drink, Silver Apple, Light Curtain. Nothing good. But if you're on the bonus floor, which we did not get, Speed Plus, Spider Silk, Blue Curtain, or Crystal Helm. So the best knight helmet you could get on floor 14. Sadly, we did not get that one today. Windy corridors. I'm trying to remember the way out. It's either like top left or bottom left. I think this is the map that's supposed to be kind of like the waterfall. So there you go. Alright, floor 15. Not bad. X Potion, Cockatrice Claw, Power Plus, ooh, Hermes Shoes, Remedy, White Fang. And if you're on the special floor, Elixir, Giant Tonic, Ogre Killer again, or the Power Plus. You can get 2 Power Pluses on this floor if you're on the castle. Sadly, we are not. I will try to find the Power Plus because I'm in the game for getting more strength, actually. I mean, it would take a while, but eventually you could have a white wizard with 99 in all her stats. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, Wild Nax, leave me alone. That was the only item I actually cared about, so let's just find the stairs. Well, I'll pick up a Remedy for fun, why not? And I will pick up a White Fang for double fun. Alright, floor 16, we're getting there. Fairy Tonic, Protect Drink, Lunar Curtain, Spider Silk, Ether, X Potion. Or, on the big level, Luck Plus, Mind Plus, Silver Apple, Thief's Armlet. I'll just look up the Thieves Armlet because it sounds interesting. I know there was somewhere else we could have gotten it technically. Thief's Gloves. Oh no, this is different. So we had a Thief's Glove earlier in the Hellfire Chasm. That was kind of like a Protect Ring with 5 agility. This one, though, the armlet, is actually technically different. The Thief's Armlet actually gives you... oh, it's body armor. Oh, weird. So I guess it's kind of like the gold ring or the diamond ring, whatever we're currently wearing. It's kind of like this. The diamond armlet is the thief's armlet. So you equip it to the armor slot, and it gives them 5 agility on top of about the same as the diamond armlet. That's kind of neat. I don't think I've ever gotten that one either. So, unfortunately, a lot of these require that 1 in 37 luck to be on that floor. Anyway, floor 16. Okay, we're going to try to get to floor 20 before we end the episode. Another ice cave. I think it's either the top right or the top left or the bottom left, but I don't really remember this floor very well. Doesn't look like top right, so let's try bottom left. Okay. Okay, we found ourselves the wizard level. Now, this is one where if you wanted magic, you can actually get every spell in the game. So if you want to discard some spells and change spells, this is actually a really good spot to do it. Every spell in the game is purchasable here, every level of every spell. White mages sell white, black mages sell black. Pretty simple, right? Now, there's also, perhaps you didn't know, 3 red mages that sell other items. I think it's 3. So, there's a few other things I can show off. I can't remember if it's good or not. I just remember that there is something that you can get. So I'm going to look for some red mages. It's probably the ones that run around fast. That makes sense. Just to make my life miserable. Haha, pinned you. So here's one. We can buy all the different colored curtains. So if you don't have a white mage or anyone that can cast white magic, there you go. There's all your anti-effect spells. There. Now there's at least 1 more, possibly 2 more of those shops. And I think they sell different things. This guy's moving fast. Pin him. Alright, armor. So here we go. Usually, white and black robes are unique in the sense that you can only get 1 per game. But once you get to this shop, assuming you find it, you can get 4 of them. Or, well, as many as you want. So everyone can cast Invisora. Like, you'd have all 4 people cast it every round. Protect cloaks also are usually only 2 per game. Although we do know the elven cloaks are better. And then gauntlets, an item that casts Thundera, you can just buy them. So you can get as many of those as you want. So it's kind of neat, right? All the different magical equipment. Yeah, there should be 1 more red wizard we'll want to talk to. And I would bet that it's one of the ones that moves quickly, because that's the sort of thing they'd probably do. Alright, so maybe in the top left we'll find another guy blasting around or something. Another class of magic known as blue? Blue magic? Sounds like something I should learn. Yeah, there's one that sells weapons, I'm pretty sure. We saw the item shop and the armor shop, and I just haven't found the weapon shop yet. I know it's one of the red wizards. Unfortunately, they move around so quick. And they're not all red. Some of them are miscolored. There we go. Need weapons. Alright, so another interesting set. Now, none of these are, like, unique bonus dungeon items. But this is, like, you know, rare spellcasting items that might be nice to have some spares of if you want. Like, you could have everyone have a healing staff, although you're about to see why that's pointless. And we've already got, like, access to flare and stuff. But, you know, some more healing is nice. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to show those off because I don't think too many people know about that one. That's one of those little tidbits that I didn't pick up originally. Oh, good. This is my least favorite floor on the Whisperwind Cove. Kid with red hair. You remind me about that. Anyway, floor 18. Did I do 17? 17 had the Assassin's Dagger. Maybe I didn't talk about it. I probably skipped it. Anyway, 17 normally would have the Red Curtain, Remedy, Speed Drink, Phoenix Down, Turbo Ether, Vampire Fang, so trash. If you had the castle on the last floor, you could get a Soma Drop, an Elixir, and Elven Cloak, which you can get a lot easier on the first dungeon, the first bonus dungeon. Or the Assassin's Dagger. And just because that's a new item, I figure maybe I should at least tell you what it is, even though I can't find one for you. Assassin's Dagger is Black Wizard, Red Wizard, Knight, or Ninja. And it can cast Kill or XXXX when you use it as an item. Depending on what you want to call it. Level 8 Black Magic. It's pretty good. It's got pretty good attack and defense. It's the best knife. Although it's not going to be as good as some of the other strong weapons. Like Red Wizard, Ninja, and Knight all have stronger weapons. But this might be the strongest weapon for a Black Wizard, technically. And it's got pretty good stats, and it gives you 10 evasion, some agility, some intelligence. So, you know, it's kind of neat. Anyway. This floor, we're on floor 18 now. This is the floor that could have a Speed Plus, a Blue Fang, a Potion, a Phoenix Down, a Turbo Ether, and a Golden Apple. Or it was supposed to have, on the Undead Cave, Hermes Shoes, Mega Elixir, X Potion, Bard's Tunic. But for reasons I don't understand exactly, you will never see the Undead Castle on floor 18. So you'll never get any of those items if that's what you're looking for. So don't try to get the Bard's Tunic here. It's impossible. That's going to happen a couple times. Anyway, the reason I don't like this floor is it's a series of teleporter mazes to find a hide and seek. The kid with red hair will be in a very specific area. And, we got him first try! That never happens. Come here, you little punk. You little bastard. Alright, we found the kid. Now, see, I went back to the same door. I did not go to the same place. Funny, huh? The teleporting maze is not a simple one-to-one teleport to doorway maze. I didn't even pay attention to the room I left when I talked to the kid that gave me the quest. So I forget... This is not good. I forget exactly what the house looked like that I need to return to. And that's a huge mistake. So yeah, don't do that. That's bad. But yeah, there's a blue hair kid, there's a black hair kid, there's a red hair kid. It just depends on which one he tells you to get. And then you gotta find them. And we actually got really lucky finding the red hair kid immediately. Now, of course, the trick is just, you know, getting back, which is gonna take a lot more time. So yeah, we'll try to work our way through it. Maybe take the orange house down here. Alright, that's how you get to the black kid. That's great. Oh, I think it's the church. Okay, that was definitely one of the quickest routes I've ever taken through this dumb teleporting maze. Let's get out of here. Floor 19. You could get Soma Drop, Golden Apple, Eye Drop, Money, White Fang, White Curtain. You can see the trend here. They're almost always just garbage. Or if you're lucky on the Undead floor, you could get the Undead Castle. You could get an Elixir, Blue Fang, a bunch of money, and some Gladius. The Gladius is not very good. It's another knife that the Black Wizard can use, but it's no special abilities, a little bit of evasion. Pretty sure the Cat Claw, it's about as good as the Cat Claw. Except it gives you some evasion. So I guess if you like evasion, that's something. Anyway, oh, it's the vampire floor. This is totally the way to the Rod location from the Earth Cave, right? Okay, floor 20. This is probably the last floor for today's episode, sadly. But let's find out what the next bonus boss will be. Looks like we haven't really taken a lot of damage so far. We're doing pretty well. Wee-hee-hee! He's armed. 8-armed. Alright, it's time for everyone's favorite octopus. Say hello to... Orthos? Not Ultros? Anyway, you guys remember Ultros from Final Fantasy VI, right? He's kind of like the Kraken in this game. Mostly the same kind of attacks. He does hit fairly hard if you're not blinked up. That's why we go for the evasion strat so early. But I don't think I need to worry about the protect strats because he's not going to hit as hard as Omega or Shinru. He's not in that league. So we'll take this guy out with a little bit of buffing. How many Hermes shoes? Oh, I got lots of Hermes shoes. Let's use one of these. I wanted to make sure I had enough spares that I could get through the last few super bosses, but I got lots. We've been finding a good amount of them on our way down here. Alright, we should be buffed up pretty good with that Hermes shoes already. There we go. Over 4,000 damage. That's what I like to see. Hasted White Wizard doing 20 attacks. 4,300 damage. Youch. Octopus Soup? We don't have any fire. I could cast fire on him. Unfortunately, I don't think we get any special dialogue for lighting him on fire with Terra, sadly. Say goodbye, buddy. Maybe we'll see you again at a Coliseum later. So he drops a really good item. Not so much for us, but this is your best group healing item you'll ever get. So if you've got a large party, say like if you've got 4 fighters and you want to fight Omega and Shinru, you should probably go get 4 of these first, so that you can have, or 4 fighters, 4 monks, 4 ninjas, anybody that's not a white wizard. If you want to do the bonus boss is Shinru and Omega, and you don't have enough healing, like if you don't have enough white magic, this is the item you need a few of. A black mage using the rune staff will actually heal quite a lot. Red mages or red wizards, black wizards will do quite well. Anyone with high intellect will manage. So that's a really good item, and you can get 4. You can get an infinite number of them. So that's pretty cool. All right, well, we're going to end the episode here because we're already 45 minutes in and we're halfway through. Sorry for the split, but there's not much I can do unless I go much faster. So this is the end. It was very sad. No, I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow for the rest of the Whisperwind Cove. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out with me while I talk about all the cool items we never get. We still haven't seen our undead castle, so maybe we have a chance at getting one rare item. It's not the light robe. Drat. Alright, folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.